This one might have to be a two-parter. Hey guys, welcome back. A couple disclaimers really quickly. One, this story may not be that interesting in real life. Like, what actually happened, it probably wasn't that interesting. Because I over-dramatized the heck out of things, because that's fun, and I have fun doing it. And two, yeah, this is probably the most annoying worker I ever had at a place I was buying a game or game retail. And no, it wasn't at GameStop, believe it or not. People talk about, so I just wanna leave two disclaimers here. A couple more. One, people talk shit about GameStop all the time. And I honestly don't know why. Yeah, I've had a pretty bad experience there in terms of software I was buying that, or hardware. I'm not sure what you call a hard copy of a game. Do you call it software or hardware? I don't know. Hardware or software that I was buying that ended up breaking or was, yeah. I had a bad experience, but the workers have always been really nice and cooperative. I've never met a mean GameStop worker or a GameStop worker who has tried to push stuff on me. And there is a GameStop portion to this story, don't get me wrong, but the Walmart portion is probably a lot more interesting. So, without further ado, I'm just gonna get straight into this. I'm talking about the time a Walmart guy tried to convince, an old Walmart dude tried to convince me to buy a Switch. And the time a bunch of clueless GameStop idiots didn't know what they were talking about. Alright, so probably most of you know what Black Friday is. If you don't, it's the Friday after Thanksgiving where people buy stuff and there's big sales and it's this whole big marketing thing, and I don't know how it got started. I hate it. I absolutely despise Black Friday. If you don't know what Cyber Monday is, it's basically the same version. It's the Monday after Thanksgiving, but it's online sales. So, okay, Black Friday and Thanksgiving, whatever. We were traveling for Thanksgiving. We were with our family in Illinois. And we get back. We're getting back into town. So we stayed in Dayton Saturday night because it's like an 8-hour drive. So we decided to stay in Dayton. So we had like a 4-hour drive home from Dayton, Ohio, because I live near Pittsburgh. Okay, so we had like a 4-hour drive home. Okay, and then we're just driving. So we were driving home. Then, okay, so, just quick disclaimer, we're very tired, okay? We've been on the road, we've been gone for like 6 days. So this is Sunday night, this is the day after, like 2-3 days after Thanksgiving. Also, I have school the next morning, my dad has work the next morning. I'm not sure, I don't think, because I'm homeschooled, I don't think I had any classes I had to be up for or anything, but still crazy. My dad has work the next morning, whatever. Craziness. Absolute craziness. So, oh boy, this is gonna be weird. So, we got close to home and we realized, oh crap, we never bought our Advent candles. And because Anglicanism and yada yada, basically Advent is the 4 weeks leading up to Christmas, and the candles represent different things. You get a wreath, you get four candles. One of them is pink, the rest are purple, I don't know. Anyway, and we don't have a wreath either because our old wreath is very broken. So anyway, so we decided to pull up to the mall. Again, we're near Pittsburgh. We're past Pittsburgh. We are north of Pittsburgh at this point because we're heading to my place, which is north of Pittsburgh. So we're on the way home. We're on the highway. We get off the highway right here. This place is right off the highway. We go there all the time. Well, we actually don't go here all the time. We go to a different place more often, but that place is north of where I live, so we didn't want to go there. This is like north of Pittsburgh. This is like between Pittsburgh and my house, okay? Like closer to Pittsburgh. But anyway, so we get off on the highway and we go to the mall. And because it's Sunday night, the mall closes at 6 p.m. I believe it was like 5 p.m. when we got there. And we said, okay, we'll need to grab some dinner and grab our candles and everything, and then we'll go home. So we're just walking through the mall. We're looking for the Yankee Candle or whatever. And we see a GameStop. So, I'm going to go into a couple quick things. So, first of all, at this particular time, our TV So the TV I have over here was the TV we had downstairs, because I didn't have another TV at that point. All the old ones had been thrown away. That was the only TV I had. That one was downstairs. Now I have a different one downstairs. The one I have downstairs now, I believe, is 1080p and supports HDMI resolution for gaming. I mean, our DVD player is so old it doesn't support it, but you get what I'm saying. So, the one I have up here is not HD. I don't know what the resolution is. Very old tube TV. You've seen me play Mario Kart and stuff on this, which is fine for N64 games, but for Wii and Wii U, it's a little bit funny. But the Wii U does support component, composite, whatever. You can plug in those cables. And the Switch does not. The Switch only supports HDMI. The other reason we were buying the Wii U over to Switch is because I wanted something that was backwards compatible with my Wii games and my Wii controllers, because I had a bunch of stuff from my old Wii, so I wanted to do that. So anyway, that's why we were buying the Wii U instead of the Switch. And also, we don't usually just buy things, but this was like our early Christmas present. This was like our big end-of-year purchase, okay? So I'd already bought like all the extra Wii remotes and stuff, so this was like our big end-of-the-year purchase. Because we don't usually buy things for, Christmas or, like, I mean, we buy things for Christmas or birthdays, but we don't usually, like, buy things like that random time. So this was, like, the big end-of-the-year purchase, early Christmas present, whatever. We thought, okay, maybe we'll get some good deals Cyber Monday. So we're thinking, okay, we'll just drive home, and then Cyber Monday we'll look online and see if we can get one. Okay. Also, I've had bad experiences with Amazon with ordering games in the mail, etc., etc. Back to this video. This is definitely going to be two-parter. Okay, back to the current video here. Okay. So there was this... Okay, so we see the GameStop. We're like, oh, let's go take a look. Because we hadn't seen a physical Wii U in one of those GameStops in like 9 months. Because, you know, they stopped making them like a year ago and they weren't really making them. So this was like last thing's gonna be. So we go in there and we're like... and we see a box, like, right under the, like, original Wii. There was a Wii U, and it's like... It's like $300. It's like $299.99 or whatever. Was it $300? I think it was $300. Yeah, it was actually... No, it might have been $200. I think it was $190. No, it wasn't $300. I think it was $200. It was $199. No, it was $199.99. So $200. For the deluxe set, the 32 gig, the black model, whatever they had there. Okay. Now, it didn't come with any games or anything, because those bundles online look like shit. But anyway. So... we walk in. Hi! So, yeah. And of course, GameStop, just like a lot of other retail stores, hire people for the holiday season because they need to hire people for the holiday season. And this is not my usual GameStop. Okay. So, we walk in there, and there are these two youngish guys who probably just started working here, to be honest, because they look like clueless idiots, and, so we say, I look at the shelf, I don't really have any games we want, we're deciding price things, my dad and I go back and forth on it, we're like, are we gonna go ahead and do this? And then we're like, okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and do this, because we're here, why not? That way we don't have to deal with, you know, waiting for it to come in the mail, being worried it's gonna, like, break in the mail, because stuff like that happens. So at that point, we're just like, okay. So, then, so we walk in, and we're like, hi, and then we're like, do you have a Wii U? And keep in mind, this is a GameStop inside a mall. This is one of those little hole-in-the-wall corner GameStops, which aren't always the best. I had bad experiences at a different GameStop, which I actually used to go to all the time. I'm not going there anymore, but this GameStop ended up being fine, but it's just kind of funny. So these two guys, they're like looking at each other like, I'm like, hey, do you have a Wii U? And obviously they have they do have some knowledge about gaming, because they know what a Wii U is. Like, most people don't know what a Wii U is. So if you don't know what it is, please Google it. I'm not going to explain it. That would just make the video longer. So, these two GameStop guys, like, yeah, we have a Wii U in stock, don't we? And he talks to the other guy, and then they find it or whatever. And then, so my dad and I were like, does that come with a sensor bar? Because, well, you know, for original Wii games, you need the motion sensing, the Wii Remote motion sensing thing. Does that come with a sensor bar? I will be right back, actually. And the first clueless idiot says, yes, it does. And then he asks the other guy, does it come with a sensor bar? You just told me it did, and then you said you didn't know. Now, I've heard about some GameStop where they were trying to rip people off by making them buy grips for Joy-Cons which came with the Switch, or I don't even know. What I do know is that I'm pretty sure this guy wasn't trying to rip us off. Like, maybe he was just trying to get us to buy something that already came with the system. But he seems like he actually didn't know what he was talking about. He's like, I don't know. And then the other guy, and then they're just going back and forth, like, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. And then we're like, fine, we'll just buy the stupid things. We don't have to worry about it. So we buy the sensor bar. We see, what sensor bar are you selling for the Wii U? This behemoth right here. This giant, I had to go get it because my Wii U is downstairs. This giant behemoth of a sensor bar is what they're selling for the Wii U. Look, it turns on right here. Would you look at that? So, we go ahead and buy. It's another $15 for this piece of plastic, which also eats batteries like there's no tomorrow. Okay. Then we ask, hey, does the Wii U work without HDMI? Because, you know, and then I said, yeah, I saw this online. This was an official Nintendo website where they're trying to get it put together. It says component composite, yada, yada. I didn't have all the terminology for that. She's like, oh, it's about old Wii cables or whatever. I was very dumb. And then the guy's like, it's HDMI only. And I'm like, that's not what it said online. And we're like, okay, fine, well, guess we'll try it. We get the thing guaranteed, whatever. Okay. And yeah, in case you're wondering, it ended up working fine. Now I have one that's now I have a TV that's HDMI anyway, so doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, basically these dudes, so he didn't know what he was talking about. Okay? And you know, I was getting a new laptop at the time too because my computer broke. That's a whole other story, which had nothing to do with Wii U. Yeah. I was getting a new laptop, so I'm like, yeah, maybe that thing is HDMI. I don't know. It probably does have an HDMI hookup. Not that I care. Okay, going back to the main story. So we went to Panera because, well, we went to Yankee Candle. We got our stuff. You know, so I was just walking out for a Wii U in a bag, in a box. I still have the box that the Wii U came in, actually. Which, this box must have been designed especially for GameStop because it has Wii U and pre-owned GameStop on it. In case you're wondering, this is not the Wii U that's in here. It's a bunch of plug-and-play stuff and N64 accessories. But anyway, because the Wii U is downstairs hooked up to the TV. So, and if you need proof that the Wii U exists, I will show it to you at the end of the video. I'll walk this camera downstairs and show it to you at the end of the video, just so you have proof that this Wii U exists, because I feel like I'm invalidating myself here. So, okay, getting back to the story. We ended up going to eat at Panera. I was really anxious because I thought it wasn't going to work out. Yeah, because this guy couldn't give me my Little Miss OCD the reassurance she needed. Standard, wide range. Standard, wide range. This is oddly satisfying to do. Okay. Alright. And I think this is a good place to break it. So in other words, we headed to Walmart next. And I will put that in the next video. So, that one will be up really, really soon. If it's not up already. If you like this, like and subscribe. I'm going to make a part 2 to this where we head to Walmart. So, yeah.